Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today on my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today I am bringing you a wrap-up of the month of September. It was a pretty productive month. I think overall I had 35 layouts done. I did 30 for Scraptember and 30 days of sketches, and I did 5 for Build-A-Page. So I'm pretty pleased with how much I was able to get done, and I'm excited to get these all filed away in my books. And some of them still need a little bit of journaling done on them, but I just wanted to do a quick flip through, and these all have process videos, so if there's anything that you like, check back in my playlist. I have it broke down with Build-A-Page and 30 days of sketches. Scraptember both have playlists, so you can find those there. So the first one I have is of my grandson Dylan on his first day of school this year. I'm just using a hot buy paper from Michael's and some embellishments I had in my stash. Just a cute, bright, happy, excited to be going back into an in-class environment first grader page. So that's number one. These are with Build-A-Page. So number two, that same week, my second grandson, Preston, started kindergarten. And so since Dylan had gone to school for 2 days, by the time Preston went on Wednesday, he was an expert at riding the bus. And so my adorable grandson helped his little brother head off to school. So that was number two, using the same paper pad, and again, using just embellishments that were from my stash. This one is one of both the boys from 2020. They did not go to an in-class environment. My daughter chose to homeschool them. So Preston would have been in kindergarten and Dylan would have been doing first grade. But they did get their pictures, which was great to see, you know, what they wanted to be when they grow up. So 2 years in a row, Preston wants to be a farmer like his dad. And what did Dylan want to be this year? This year he wants to be a pediatrician. Last year he wanted to be a banker. Either choice with his Nana is great choices, kind of like pediatrician though. So there's that one. Here is Preston by himself. This will go in his album, and I will do some journaling about him being homeschooled. And then this is the same year. This is Dylan's that will go in his book, and just again talks about staying home and being safe from COVID and being homeschooled for his his kindergarten year. Then we have, these are now the Scraptember 30 days of sketches, and some of them I used the prompts, some of I didn't, so I'll try and share them when I do have them. So this sketch, I'm not sure who it was from, Laura Whitaker, and I believe that the stitching was the element for this one. So I did do hand stitching on here, grabbed out some Echo Park stickers from my stash. I think this one came from one of my paper pads, and just used up stash I had. This was pictures of the kids when they came last year to build the gingerbread house. So that's them in the middle of building, and then the actual final gingerbread house. This is of my daughter-in-law when we went dress shopping, and this is not the dresses that she ordered. Her dress that she actually wore for the wedding was absolutely beautiful, and you will be seeing that down the road. But this is just captures some of the dresses that she tried on while she was looking. And then here's the sketch. The prompt for this day was black and white, and I'm not sure who did the sketch, but I used the black and white element in the photos, and then this is kind of a gray, which is a tone of black, and then to get some black and white elements, you know, enamel dots and camera on the layout itself with a pop of color. Then we had this one here was day 3. This one, the prompt is layering, and so I was able to do a lot of layers with the strips, and I did 2 layers under the photo for the matting, and you know, just a fun layout. This is of my brother and sister-in-law with their grandkids on a family vacation we had taken, so it was good to get it in the album. This is that same vacation, and this is just pictures of my grandkids with their cousin poolside. And so it was just a fun day. This sketch, you know, running up the side with the circles and the circle cutters and brads. And the prompt was a white background. So there's that one. This one is the 5th, and this is using a themed collection for a non-themed layout. If you wanted to really stretch it, this was a spring kit that I did summer pictures with. I know it's really pushing it because the Echo Park and Cartabella, those two collections are almost identical. But I just did photos of my sister and I at a local farmer's market and planned our day out based upon the fact that I had stickers and things for a farmer's market that I wanted to use because everybody stages their photos. So this is, I just did some cutting of layers and roughed it up, and then just a lot of embellishments, and then the photo cluster in the center. Here is one of my son and his wife, and this is the sketch for day 6, and it was fussy cutting. So for this one, I did go in and fussy cut out some florals, but then one of the pieces of papers had corn, and so I was able to fussy cut that out, which worked great because this is a picture of them at her parents' sweet corn stand, and they were helping work it. So that was a perfect memory to save. This is from our family vacation and playing our family game of left, right, center. And this is all the winners. I think there was one more winner, but these were the ones that I got pictures of. And this is the prompt was to use multiple photos. The sketch has 5. I did bigger photos and did 4. And so it's just a fun page. Used some Dottie About Flair. Was able to use up some older Pink Fresh. So pretty happy. Oh, and even an older one of the hearts from the Valentine's Day, which I was happy to get on a layout. This one was from my daughter-in-law's bachelorette party. They had it in Dubuque, Iowa, and after everyone had left, my daughter and I went over to the Fenelon Place, which is I don't know if it's the world's or the U.S. shortest and tallest train ride. I believe that's how it is. But anyways, I think it's like $1 or $2 to ride up and back. So we went and rode it up just to say we did it. I've been on it before. She had never been there. So we just did a quick detour before heading home. And the prompt today was something you've been hoarding. I don't really hoard anything. I have a lot of everything. So, yeah, I don't know if I really hit the prompt or not. Like I said, I have tons of stuff. I try and use it. I don't have what you would call a hoarding problem where I am frugal. So like if I was to take one piece of paper and need to punch out one thing out of a 12 by 12, that would kill me. But to use a piece of paper, I'm not hoarding it because of that. I'm hoarding it more because I don't want to waste it, even though I have a ton. Okay, so anyways, here's this one. It was layering. I think I used a 6x6 paper pad. I used some of the Echo Park sticker book that was for travel. And yeah, just a cute layered paper. This one is day 9, and the prompt was stickers. And so I did some stitching to make my faux baseball here in the corner. I did some stenciling in the background of the stars. This is a picture of my grandson when he was playing t-ball, and he got his new spikes to play for t-ball, and his big brother was helping out with the team. And I did get a lot of stickers onto this layout. This one is of me on that family vacation, and I had the rough responsibility of staying behind and making sure I saved our table and umbrella while everyone else went shopping in the heat. This was to use a 6x6 paper pad. This was the 10th. I didn't use the paper pad though, I don't think. I think this was all from regular paper. I could be wrong. Let's see. Nope, this is from the paper pads. So I did use a little bit on there, but mostly I was using the bigger stuff. And this would have been from the Echo Park pool party. There's that. This one is, let's see, day 11, and the prompt was enamel dots or nouveau. So I do have my enamel dots sprinkled around, and I just made my wreath out of fussy cutting some flowers from a paper pad, added a few stickers and embellishments, and these were just photos of my garden this year. And let's see, this one is to use a cut file, and this is day 12. So I cut out with my Cricut a giant baseball and stuck pretty close to the sketch itself, and just scrapbooked again some of my grandson's, him getting his medal and standing in line waiting for his medal after his final game of t-ball. And let's see, this was him. These were 2 different days of him playing t-ball and then him up to bat. And then the prompt for this one was stars. So I just used some a stencil and some texture paste, did my stars and outlined them with a black pen, and then did some stitching to do the rays. Used the thickers were from Rosie Studios, a couple phrase stickers. Turned out cute and bright and happy. This is another one from our family vacation. Again, getting out the circle cutter and some more of the flat back brads and different items. I think this collection was from Simple Stories Sunkissed. Did a little texture paste behind. And the prompt for this one was mixed media. So I was able to get the mixed media on underneath like the sketch had. And some puffy stickers and things. This one here is, the prompt was pattern paper background. And so I used a piece of Vicki Boutin that looked like the bullseye from when we went axe throwing in Dubuque for the bachelorette party. These were pictures of my daughter and one of the bridesmaids and myself. And we didn't do too bad. I was just on the edge of the bullseye. My daughter was able to get the bullseye almost every time, and so was their bridesmaid was able to get it on too. Used some Dottie About Flair, put some tags in, some caution washi tape because we had been drinking all day and then went and threw sharp objects. So I thought that was appropriate, but a fun layout and the story told. This one is a picture of my son and daughter-in-law from one of the showers they had. And this was at my husband's sister's house. And they gave Kevin a bucket of cleaning supplies and a toilet brush. So we thought that was appropriate that he received that gift. And the theme for this one, I didn't write it down. So I don't know if I actually followed the theme or not, or the prompt. I can't remember what the prompt was, but I think it was, this might have been monochromatic. I know there was a couple of them I didn't follow because I was trying to get caught up. So I can't remember what this theme was. And here is one of the whole bridal party. We did a big selfie. The bride's here in the middle. And the prompt for this one was sequins. So I was able to get sequins going all the way down the side and just layered it up, and fun layout using some of my Dear Lizzie paper pad that I have. This is one of my husband and I on 4th of July in our golf cart. We just did a selfie, and the theme was to do a selfie. And then I added some Dottie About Flair and fussy cut some flowers out, and looks cute. This is of my grandson Preston. I had stopped over to drop something off at my daughter's house and happened to catch it just as right before the bus was coming to drop him back off from school. And so I was able to get the picture of him getting off the bus, and he was adorably dressed with his backpack. He received a purple Caught Being Good card. He was wearing his ABC train halo hat, and then he got a Star Spangled Citizen award. So I was thrilled to get these pictures. He's just absolutely adorable. And so I was able to get some Dottie About Flair on here, and I used a Chamel big title. And this one, I don't know what the prompt was either, but fun page. This is 4th of July, and this is my youngest grandson, Carter. And this was just a couple little pictures that I had taken of him. He was just learning how to pull himself up and stand, and he was very proud of himself and how good he was doing. So I just have some Chardonnay Flair on here, or a wood veneer that I got from her Etsy shop. I got some Dottie About Flair on here, and then just use some Echo Park paper in the background. And the prompt for today is paper tearing. And so I do have some paper tearing here. This one is more of the bachelorette party, and was able to get this big Celebrate used up. I might go back with some glossy accents or something and try and cover that up because it's very glittery. Of course, once it's in the page protector, I'll be fine. And then the theme was to use scraps. I did not use scraps on this one. I actually used papers, but I was just happy to get another layout done. Was able to use some of my stickers from my hashtag sticker books. And again, a bunch of sequins from, those are from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And then this is a very old title that I've had in my stash for a while. This one is a picture of my mom and dad and some close friends of ours, and we had met for dinner one night. And so the theme was monochromatic, and I really didn't do monochromatic. I just kind of was looking at the shirts and picked a paper that kind of went with that, and then I grabbed the pink to pop it out. I was really more going for the florals, which I already had fussy cut out, and the sketch called for florals. So that's why I kind of went with that direction and didn't use the prompt. I was able to use some Rosie Studio puffy stickers and word phrases, a big doily, and some Dottie About Flair. This one is from 4th of July, and the theme is hearts. And so I was able to use a die cut from my Cricut Access and just blew it up to a larger size. In the back, I did some texture paste through, I have a fireworks stencil that I've got from, I think, scrapbook.com. I was able to fussy cut out the Celebrate from, it's the Photo Play, hello. The Photo Play paper collection. I fussy cut that out of one of the cut-aparts, and then I added a couple of the stickers and did some gold splattering. This is a picture of my 3 kids, my nephew, and my niece, and they were holding their phones with pictures of the nephews that didn't make it, that weren't there that day. So, fun family photo. This is also from the bridal shower or the bachelorette party. This is all of the girls out dancing and having a good time. And the prompt was wood veneer, and I did not get any wood veneer on this one, but had fun using up some of the Paige Evans Wonder collection. This is an older phrase sticker that I've had in my stash for a while, and then I used some Rosie Studio puffies and die cuts, some I fussy cut out some florals, used one of the tags I fussy cut out, and then also was able to use some Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins on there. On this one, this is using some more of the background paper is Rosie Studios. This paper, orange paper, is from the Sunkissed collection from Simple Stories, as well as like the cut aparts and some of the other papers that I fussy cut out. The brads are Simple Stories, and so are the puffies. The theme for this one was punches or dies, and so I was able to use my star punch to punch, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them on the page. So cute. This one is of my middle grandson's 5th birthday. We had gone to his t-ball game, and afterwards we did present opening. So this is just him with his birthday dollar store hat on, and him and his brother kind of assisting with opening, and then him with his presents. Oh, and then little Carter's looking on and watching the big guys. The prompt for this one is mixed metals. So I was able to use the holographic silver and gold on here and get both the gold and silver on here for that prompt. And then we had this one, which was, the prompt for this one is using a long title. This is from the 27th. So I was able to use some of Chamel's word phrases, and then these I believe are also Chamel Vickers, and I had just said seriously awesome hats. It's a photo of the kids on vacation. They had gotten new hats to keep them from getting sunburned, and so they were let Nana take some pictures of them with their hats on. And then this paper is one piece of paper they split in half. That is from the You Rock collection from Cocoa Vanilla. This is more from Sunkissed, and this is of my grandson Preston. He had come up to tell me he loved me, and so of course I needed a big hug and I needed a selfie with him. So we took that picture. I believe this paper, the floral, is from Poolside. Actually, maybe all of it's from Poolside, from Echo Park. And then this is a Paige Evans cut file, and I just used some of my shimmers and other mixed media to kind of color it in and try and get the darker colors. I didn't have the exact, because this is a really dark, dark blue, and I didn't have anything that color or anything in this deep green, but I still think the effect is good. And then I just put some stickers around it. The theme for this one is to use a single photo. So there's that. All right, this one, I didn't get the prompt on this one either. It's Mixed Alpha. And I chose to use up an old phrase sticker instead, so I just used the Fabulous Weekend. And the sketch called for 3 horizontal photos and, I'm sorry, 3 vertical photos. And instead I went with 4 in kind of a block format. Kind of got the same look. Still stuck with the background as being what it was in the sketch. And then I used some of these that I cut out, these flowers. These are from Rosie Studio. And then I used some of the Maggie Holmes phrases and hearts. And then if you look real closely, and I'll hold this up, see if you can see it. That is, let's see, right there. Carter is photobombing in the bush. So I had to have my hearts right by him so that everyone going through the book can see my little nugget. And then the last one that came out was this one here, and the prompt was family. It's not, I mean, it is kind of family because it's now my daughter-in-law, my daughter, and my daughter-in-law's mom, so it's kind of a family photo, but mainly went for the colors. So this is from Paige Evans Wonders. I have some Dottie About Flair on here, and then I just used a lot of the Wonders stickers. I used some random washies from my stash. And then I also grabbed from the Scenic Route, the Happiness is Here. That is it for all of my layouts for the month. So I hope you had a great month. I hope you were able to get lots of inspiration from everybody. I will leave one more time the links to everyone who played along for this month's Scraptember and 30 Days of Sketches in the description box below. I will also leave the link to Christy's Facebook group. It was a blast this month. Lots of inspiration, lots of creations done. And then also make sure, if you haven't seen all the videos, go check out the playlist. If you want, you can play just my videos on my playlist, or like I said, go to Christy's Beautiful Life. In her Scraptember 30 Days of Sketches playlist, she has tried to link everybody who has played along all month long. So if you're really in the mood to just play videos over and over and over, go to her link and you can get everybody from there. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more fun. Have a great day.